Welcome to Taking a Look at the Nation for Week 15, heading into our Conference Championship Week in our NCAA Football 2006 FCS Dynasty. Cal Poly has won the Pac-10 Championship. We're going to go ahead and add that trophy to our trophy case. Dayton has won the Big Ten Championship. It is a great season for them. They will get their star player, Rob Orlandi, back for their bowl game. And here we go. Conference Championship Week, guys. Tennessee State hosting Jacksonville. South Dakota State versus VMI. And number 3, Bryant, taking on the number 1 Savannah State's Tigers. So 12-0 teams facing off. Game of the week, obviously. And for all the marbles, whoever wins that game will go on to take on Fresno State in the national championship game. Let's take a look at the rest of the nation. Stakes are high. The ACC championship game features Savannah State versus Bryant. Can they do it? Latest bowl rankings have Tigers playing for the title. And shockingly, Bryant is ranked 4th in the bowl rankings behind Central Michigan, who has 1 loss on the season. Disrespectful. Rice, number 5, New Mexico State. Akron, William and Mary, another FCS school in there. Ball State, Navy, Dayton, number 11. South Dakota State at 12, Montana, Tulane, and UNLV, who finished their season with 6 straight wins. Incredible year for them after starting out 0-5. Taking a look at the top 25 polls, Martin has led the surprising Flyers to a 10-2 record in 2005. And, he hasn't started every game either. So, kudos to Jared Martin. Fantastic year for him. Coming off the bench, Dorian Ware was the starter. He wasn't performing very well. And Martin took that team over. Savannah State number 1, Bryant number 3. And we saw all these schools in the bowl rankings. So we're going to see past the top 15 here in a moment. Dayton actually is 10th, and South Dakota State is 12th as they head out to take on VMI. Wyoming, UNLV, Tennessee State, San Diego State, Eastern Michigan, UTEP drops 14 spots after getting beat up by the VMI Cadets. Ohio at 21, New Mexico 22, Boise State 23rd, Cal Poly at 24th, and the Indiana State Sycamores get in there at 25th in the country. Very impressive year for them in the Big Ten. San Diego received votes. Nicholls State, VMI, Sam Houston State, Yale, Air Force, and James Madison. Hawaii dropped completely out of the top 25. Heisman watch list. Closer to the Heisman. Cole continues to impress voters with his great decision-making ability. Quarterback for New Mexico State. Of course, I believe this award is going to go to either MJ Gator Jr. or Brandon Allen. I don't think anybody else is going to even come close in the voting. They're both phenomenal. 2,000-yard rushers and 40 total touchdowns for Brandon Allen. Just fantastic. He got a touchdown pass to LJ Topher. Dallas Cole, if not for MJ and Brandon Allen, Dallas Cole would most likely win this. Just 47 touchdowns, over 4,000 yards passing. Crazy stats for him. Lamar Jackson on there in 4th. And Jordan Atkins, quarterback for Wyoming, 44 touchdown passes. And with a bowl game, he will reach 4,000 yards passing. Award finalists, we're not going to look at this, but Jackson Leadership is honored as he's named a finalist for the best quarterback in the nation. Bowl projections, we're not going to go over these either because they still have the teams with losing records in there. Players of the Week, Woods is awarded Player of the Week as the midshipmen dodged a bullet against Army. They won that game 7-6. Cam Sanders, Player of the Week on offense, 335 yards rushing on 30 carries, 2 touchdowns in that huge upset win over 6th-ranked UTEP. Chad Hartman for Columbia in their win against Cornell at 10 tackles, 2 for a loss, a sack, and something else I didn't see because, it went too fast. ACC, Brandon Allen, 109 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns, 3 catches, 16 yards. Jared Martin for the Big Ten, he had 277 yards, 4 touchdowns, all those touchdowns in the first half, by the way. William Reed, 6 tackles, 3 sacks, 4 tackles for a loss, and a forced fumble. That's the first time we've seen his name up on the Players of the Week screen. Cornell, wide receiver, 18 catches, 194 yards in that loss to Columbia. Crazy. Clayton Norwood, 315 all-purpose yards, 2 touchdowns for Delaware. And Chris Marshall, 10 tackles, 1 for a loss, 1 sack, and a forced fumble in that loss to the VMI Cadets. touchdowns. Tompkins for Navy, 120 yards on the ground. Seth Woods for Navy, 9 tackles, 2 for a loss, a sack, interception, a forced fumble. He was doing it all, and he was a big difference in that 7-6 win over Army. Brandon Holt, quarterback for San Diego State, threw for 400 yards and 4 scores. Darius Davis, their corner, had 4 tackles and some other stuff. Oh, yes. Robbie Ballard, 205 yards, 3 touchdowns. Mike Jones, 4 tackles, a pick, and a fumble recovery in their victory over their rival, Sacramento State, 43-40. No games in the SEC or the Sun Belt, so we're out of the WAC. Fresno State won their final game, and their stats really weren't that impressive. Of course, they probably had their backups in at halftime. But Fresno State, 12-0 on the season, ready to face Savannah State or Bryant. All eyes will be on the MAC title game as 2 top 10 teams square off, title on the line. So apparently they don't find it, relevant that number 3 is taking on number 1. So that's it for today, guys. We'll see you soon with the conference championship games. Take it easy.